Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope everyone had a great week. I'm going to do a really quick overview of September and what you can expect. I do feel like your energy levels should start coming back. You'll feel more motivated. Projects and things that you've started will begin to gain momentum. So maybe they were stuck a little bit and there wasn't any real forward motion. I do feel like maybe those of you that have been feeling really stuck, with each passing day, you will begin to feel unstuck. And again, it just feels like there's more energy and more movement. And overall, the energy for the month is a positive one, with a sprinkling of challenges because it's life and that's just how it is, unfortunately, right now. So if you've been waiting to launch anything or start something new, this first week of September is the best time. There's a short window of no retrograde planets. The next one, well, there's still a planet in retrograde, but it's not affecting you as badly. But Venus is going to be going retrograde in October sometime. So you will start to feel the shadow period actually begins now this month. So those of you that are more sensitive to energies could start feeling the effects of that shadow period with Venus going retrograde. And it's going retrograde in Scorpio and Libra. So issues surrounding love and money could surface throughout the month, more than likely for sure next month. But if you want more information or more in-depth information on what you can expect, I would recommend checking out some astrologers' YouTube channels or some astrologers' websites. I'm not an astrologer. I just kind of, pick up on some vibes and connect with some other astrologers where I read some information about it and give you guys a quick little overview. Let's get into this week's predictions. Here's what you can expect for the week ahead, which runs from tonight through to next Thursday, September 13th. These are general predictions for everyone in areas of work, love, finances, health, and spirituality. If you're interested in any of the services I offer, you can go to my website at AskRebecca.guru. If you have a couple of questions that you need answered, you can go to the Ask a Question Now page, where you can email me, text me, Facebook Messenger me, or voice message me your questions. It's self-explanatory, so you can, just follow the instructions from that page. And I'm giving this a shot to see if I enjoy doing it. I recently started doing monthly psychic horoscope predictions, and currently Aquarius, Aries, and Cancer are posted on my YouTube channel with the rest of the signs to follow over the weekend. I've been really, really busy and I didn't get the opportunity to accomplish all of them, but they will be posted for everybody else no later than Sunday. So the general themes for this week: I do feel like some of you will need to proceed with caution in certain areas of your life. This doesn't mean not moving forward or not making decisions. It just means paying attention to what you're doing, where you're walking, and taking time to make decisions, right? Thinking through things, not acting from a space of just a quick reaction. So again, just proceed with caution when it comes to those things. I also feel like there could be some things that come up with yellow lights. I feel there's a possibility that maybe this could happen while driving, like you or some of you or somebody could slam on the brakes that when they see a yellow light and then someone rear ends you, or they slam on the brakes and you rear end them. So I kind of feel like for this week, maybe just really pay attention on the road. And if you're coming up on a yellow light, and you're about to cross through it, don't slam on the brakes, just continue to go because it's not red yet. So again, hopefully I'm wrong. I also feel like there will be yellow flashing lights popping up for some of you. I'm not really I just kind of feel like it's random, maybe you're sitting somewhere and there's like a flashing yellow light. I don't know. It's really weird, but that's what's coming up. I also feel some connection with yellow lights and cars mechanically breaking down. So maybe you're at a yellow light and your car breaks down, or you're sitting in front of some sort of a yellow light and you have a mechanical failure with your car. Hopefully, I'm hoping that I'm wrong about everything, because I don't want anybody to have to deal with any kind of car accidents or any kind of mechanical issues with your car, because that then costs money. All right, so I'm also feeling that learning, gaining of knowledge and education, it will come up in some way this week. Some of you may be starting school for yourselves. Some of you, I feel like, might make a decision that you want to further your education, and not everyone will decide that they're going to take the college route. For some, I feel like it could be getting involved in some sort of apprenticeship type program. Maybe you're going to take an online real estate course or any other kind of online course just to help improve your life, or just because you're bored and you want to learn. And so there's multiple things. Some of you might decide you want to practice Reiki and go through that process. So it just all depends on where you are in your life. Now, some of you, I feel like, will also experience a heightened sense of understanding and knowledge coming through your own intuition and spiritual experiences. And lastly, anything with education could pop up. So those of you with children, you could be involved in school projects, helping out with homework. I feel like some of you could be called to the school because of behavioral issues. There's also a possibility of some positive and negative cycles of news stories having to do with education as well. This week is also more about integrating and accepting things about yourself and all the experiences that you've had over this lifetime, past lifetimes. A lot of this is happening on a cellular level, and you may not immediately realize something has changed within you. It will manifest over time. You'll begin to experience more of your true nature. You'll feel free to be yourself without fear of rejection. That's a good thing. You don't want to worry about what other people think of you all the time. So this week also, some of you step into the role of being a warrior of love. You have no fear of being vulnerable. There's no fear of loving, no fear of being loved. You're no longer holding yourself back from expressing and feeling love. And this is bigger than just romantic love. You're standing up for the rights of others. You're standing up for people, other people's belief systems. Maybe you're standing up for your own belief system. You're compassionate and understanding. You're not afraid to speak the truth. You could have some friends, family, or acquaintances seeking your advice. Share it if you feel guided. If you are in a space of not being able to help somebody or support someone else emotionally at the time, be honest. Just tell the truth. Hey, I would love to help you right now, but I'm a hot mess, so I don't know how much help I could be. There's also a lot of energy around the home this week. I feel many of you doing work around the house, maybe yard work, maybe fixing small things within the home. I feel like some of you are shopping for a new home. And whatever it looks like for you, it's all about spending time, energy, and money on your home. And there's also a possibility that there's a possibility for some of you that you would end up helping what I feel is a dark-haired and dark-eyed woman with her home, or she helps you in some way, something around the home. Maybe she's your grandmother, maybe she's your mother, maybe she's your aunt. I don't know, but I feel like that is something that could possibly happen. And I feel like for some of you, this will actually be a man. And if it's a man, I feel like this man has lighter hair, which could also be gray. Again, maybe a grandfather figure, or blondish hair or light brownish hair, or whatever the case. A man or a woman showing up at your place, or you're helping somebody out with their home. Work, for those of you employed overall, it will be a good work week. I do feel like for some of you, a man or a woman will play a significant role at work for you, possibly a mentor, There's also a possibility for them to be helpful, but they could be somewhat abrasive or have an abrasive personality or be very matter of fact. That could be off-putting. I also see some of you bringing things from your home to your workspace to make it feel more comfortable. Maybe photos from your family vacation or other items, fans, whatever, you want to bring to work. Those of you that are looking for a job, I feel the same thing for some of you. I feel like there could be a man or a woman who ends up helping you find a job in some way. And I also feel like some of you starting jobs this week where you'll be bringing items into your workspace from home. And I just feel like there's lots of prospects on the horizon for everyone. And I feel like overall it will be a good week for job searching. Love, those of you in committed relationships, overall it feels to be a good week in love for most relationships. Some of you are happy, some of you are just going through the motions. Some of you are questioning whether or not your boyfriend, husband, whatever, cares about you and feels the same way that you feel about them. I feel the answer is yes, and that your partner is working just as hard at making this relationship successful, and just, focus on, step out of your insecurities and fears and focus on the reality of the situation of what's going on. Some of you or some of your partners are more focused on work, career versus love this week. And a few of you who are fairly new into relationships, I feel like you could go through a phase this week of being like needy, clingy, and desperate. I feel like you need to stop and redirect your focus and energy onto yourself because it's going to be a major turnoff. Those of you looking for love, I also feel some of my singles out there are giving off the desperate vibe this week too. Put a stop to it, or I feel like you could miss out on some potential partners. I do feel like some of you are also more focused on your career or school right now, so you're not really stressing love, and that's not a bad thing. And a few of you who I feel like will meet someone that you have a connection with, but there's a caution for you not to be too available or give off that desperate vibe. Finances, I'm feeling increase for the most part, or at the very least stability. I do feel like some of you could discover a hidden talent you have this week that you could potentially make money off of, or maybe you start a business. At minimum, you've got ideas, they're rolling around in your head, and you need to put them on paper and sort it all out and take some action steps. Health, this week, the energies point to overdoing things. Overdoing, to me, looks like different stuff for everybody, so just kind of go over some of the things. I feel like some of you may overindulge in food, alcohol, drugs, exercise, shopping, or any other vice that you may have. It might creep up. Just keep it in check this week. For the most part, everyone should be feeling energetic and full of vitality this week. I do feel like some of you will be dealing with anger issues, so let those come up. If you're feeling angry, that's okay. Anger is a symptom of sadness. What are you sad about? What are you upset about? And if your anger is to the extreme of rage where you feel like you need to let it out, do some exercise, punch a pillow, lay on your bed, old school style, like a little kid, and just kick your arms and legs and scream and just get it all out. I also feel like some of you will be taking some me time or alone time this week. Spirituality, walking meditations and sitting in quiet contemplation feel like a good theme this week for your spiritual side. And the other theme I feel like is trusting yourself. I do feel like that is going to be something that comes up where you're being tested with trusting yourself. A lot of times when we have trust issues, it's not that we worry about other people. The trust issue is with ourselves. We don't trust we'll make the right decision, or we don't trust we'll pick the right person, or we don't trust. It's all about us. So take some internal reflection and see what it is all about. That covers this week's predictions. I'm sending you all lots of positive vibes. I hope it'll be a successful week for everyone. And let me get to tonight's caller. I have Jonathan in Camden, Delaware. Hi, how are you?
Doing all right, and you?
I'm doing all right this evening. So I'm sure you have some questions for me if you want to get into any specific questions. I also made a couple of little notes that I feel like you need to be aware of. Where do you want to start?
Well, the first one I want to start with is about my deceased mother who died on March 31st of '06.
You want to talk to her, or you have a specific question about her?
I have a specific question about that because I got a little sister who has been grieving over my mom's passing, and I'm wanting to know if my little sister is still here, or did she actually commit suicide like my little sister was telling me that my little sister was attempting over my mom's death.
Okay. I just want to make sure that I understand. You want to know your one sister is telling you that your little sister committed suicide because of your mom's passing.
Yeah,
Okay, but you're not trusting what your sister is telling you.
yeah, exactly. Because I don't know who to believe because we all had the same mother but different fathers.
Gotcha. Okay. The I don't feel truth in that. I feel tell me the first name of the sister that would have committed suicide.
Her name is Alexis, Alesis.
I do not feel that she committed suicide. I feel like there could have been an attempt, like it may be something that she talked about or threatened, but I do not feel like she is crossed over. I don't feel like she's passed. What is the other sister's name?
My other sister, she's Mexican. Her name is Deanna, Deanna.
I feel that Deanna is not being 100% truthful about this. Like, I feel like there's something, the whole story is not being told. Um, I'm just trying to feel out. Give me 1 second while I just sit here and see if I can. I don't want to tell you wrong. You know, what I do is not
Yeah, I know you
100%
mean.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I have to interpret things. So, I keep getting that Alexis is alive.
All
Um,
right.
I I keep getting that, and I feel like, but I do feel like she might have some mental stuff going on. Like, I feel like she could deal with depression and some self-worth things that she has. Uh, I do feel like there's a possibility she could self-harm. You know what I mean by that? Where
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's my older sister saying that she actually started cutting herself and everything, and that they took her to a mental rehabilitation center.
yes, that part I completely, that's what I was feeling as well, is that she was self-harming, like cutting herself, having some serious mental issues and breakdown. I feel like, yes, partly she's grieving your mom, but I feel like there's a lot more going on there. Um, I feel like she experienced some other trauma that is causing her to feel this way. Um, I feel I feel like she could still be dealing with some sort of an institution or um, I mean, I feel like I don't feel like I don't feel like she's living on her own and healthy, and I do feel like she's
Yeah.
got things going on. And you have no
Yeah.
way of reaching out to somebody other than Deanna.
Uh, can you repeat that again, please?
Is there anyone else that you can reach out to besides Deanna to find out if?
No, not really, because I got a brother in Indiana who I haven't talked to for about 4 years now.
Yeah, you guys all have, yeah, I feel like all of you have dealt with different levels of trauma, from minor
Yeah,
to major. Um,
yeah,
I feel like
I know. I still talk about my mom because I actually put myself in counseling for it.
I didn't catch that last part. I'm sorry.
I said I know I still worry about I still think about my mother, but I actually put myself in counseling.
Yeah. Um, the issue with your brother, I kind of feel like that's something you guys can resolve if you truly
Yeah,
wanted to. I think you both are being stubborn.
yeah, I agree. No,
Yeah.
I do got two more questions for you.
Yes, please.
Now, my second question is about my mom because I don't know if this is true or if this is possible, but at night I get like cold chills when I go to bed to where I feel like my mom is standing next to me, making sure that I'm okay.
Yes, your mom definitely shows up. Not to, like, I don't want to hurt anybody else's feelings, but I almost feel like you were your mom's favorite. Not that you were, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like you guys had a closer relationship
Yeah,
than she did with other people, well, other siblings.
because long story short, I actually died from cardiac arrest in March 1st of '06, and my mom was there the whole time for me.
Yeah. Yeah, your mom, I think you guys had a stronger connection because the relationship was easier. I feel like with your other siblings, there was a lot of drama, and maybe they didn't get along as well as the two of you did. I feel like you had your own beef with your mom, though. I mean, I'm not trying to sugarcoat everything, but yes, I definitely feel she is there with you, and I do feel that I feel she's even been like, besides standing next to you, but I feel like she's actually sat on your bed before. Um,
Yeah,
I do feel like she makes her presence known.
yeah, because right now I'm talking to you and I'm getting like a cold chill, like I feel
Yeah,
like someone's here with me.
yeah, she's definitely around. She is with you. I feel like fairly frequently. She's there in the evening a lot, but I feel like she also comes during the day. Um, I was trying to. Do you have something of hers that might be like in what I would consider the living room?
I have a dream catcher, but that's not hers. It's something I bought. Something that she always liked because when she was alive, she had like a couple of dream catchers around the house, and I
Uh,
got fascinated by it, so I bought a dream catcher for myself.
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, she's attracted to something in the living room. I just assumed it was hers. Um, I only have a couple. I have 2 minutes left. I know you have another question, so let's tackle your last question so we can get them all in.
All right, my last question is: I don't know if you can help me with this, but when I was in middle school, and this is around 2001. Well, I don't know if you can help me with this, but if you can, I'll appreciate it. I draw pictures and of tragedies, and when I get them drawn, they happen within 2 to 3 days apart. 2 to 3 weeks after I draw them.
You drew. Okay, I didn't understand what you were saying. It was a little muffled.
I'll explain it slowly for you. Well, when I was in middle school, because I'm 29, I'll be 30 on the 19th. When I was in middle school and running PA, I drew the World Trade Centers, and when I drew them, I drew this before 9/11 happened, of planes attacking them, and after I drew them on 9/11 is when the planes hit, and every time, and when I draw pictures of different tragedies before they happen, a couple of days after I draw them, they actually happen with different tragedies.
Okay, gotcha. I didn't want to cut you off, but I literally have 30 seconds left. But yeah, so you have your own intuitive abilities, like you have precognition, and it's coming through you. You're channeling on some level. So I definitely feel, that's a skill that you could work on, and you could maybe create YouTube videos and stuff, and maybe generate income off of that. So you definitely have your own kind of precognition stuff going on. Jonathan, I'm sorry, but I have to go. I only have 30 seconds. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Jonathan, for calling. I hope everybody has a great week. I'll see you next week. Bye.